Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on X. So we really hope that you guys enjoyed our episode yesterday. We know Meghan Markle did.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is not us trying to be egocentric. We're not like, oh, she watches our channel all day, every day. That's why she only has time to make frozen fish sticks for her kids for dinner every night because she's so busy. No, we're not saying that, but this morning, Meghan put out an Instagram reel of clips of With Love Meghan, and she was trying to show funny, witty parts. It said, "Sip happens." That's so Pinterest. That's so Pinterest. Guys, look it up on Pinterest right now.
She's like so she's uncomfortably unfunny.
Yeah, and remember when everyone 5 years ago was saying, "Sip, sip, hooray"?
I mean, not really, dude.
No, because you weren't on Pinterest.
I mean, not really, man. I've never had a Pinterest page.
I did. And it was like sip, sip, hooray memes.
No, I'm not into that.
Sip happens. And it was all these rosé memes. I'm not kidding. It did happen, okay? I'm just trying to say it did happen.
Oh,
okay.
wine moms.
Yes. Under it, she says, enjoy some of the funniest moments from filming season 2 of With Love Meghan on Netflix. So she emphasizes the funniest moments. So here is the reel she put up on Instagram of the funniest moments.
Everybody should have one of those at home.
You think so? We did some sog and some crunch.
Sog and crunch. It's a new cereal combination. Did you see my quote on the board today? Just for the halibut?
Just for the halibut, Steve.
I literally was just like, oh, do I want any more bread? No, and I'm like, I have to eat it.
I know.
It took days to make it. Well, don't threaten me with a good time. What a glamorous and ladylike shot.
Well, you know what?
It's what has to be done. I don't know what's happening. I made a doorstop. Ricotta. Saying it like Giada. It's like a Girl Scout. She's 949. My mom's my troop leader. Used to be a song I learned in elementary school. Fish and chips and vinegar, fish and chips and vinegar, pepper, 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 salt. By the way, I just went back out there and retweaked my arrangement.
Really gets my goat is that she is suddenly now wanting to be in on the joke. Mm-hmm. We have been saying these things for years, but all of a sudden, her products, her show, as ever, the toilet wine, that's just all funny.
Well, she's pulling a Kardashian.
Yeah.
And that's what she's doing because this is the problem. Meghan, we get it. We're your demographic and we don't like you. And I wrote on Twitter, and I'm just going to say it right now because you're probably watching. But in case you're watching, we're never going to buy your stuff. We're never going to relate to you, and we're never going to like you. You apologize to Queen Elizabeth, Prince Philip, the royal family, the people of the UK, and then maybe, and go away, and maybe, just maybe, we will leave you alone. Those are our terms. Do you understand? We're not doing this for clicks or likes or money because I'm sure you've looked into us. I'm sure you have, okay? I'm sure you know who my boyfriend is.
Oh, dear.
I'm sure that you know everything about me at this point. Again, I'm not trying to be egocentric, but I'm just saying it's just very weird that clip show.
Massan sure knew a lot about us.
He knew a lot about us, okay?
Kind of weird.
But then he stopped. So what I'm saying is we are never going to be on your side. We get it. We're West Coast girls. We're single. We're cool. We're hip. We buy stuff. No, but I'm just saying we're her demographic. Trad wives are not her demographic because she would have had Harry in the show more. She would have incorporated more stuff like that. No, she's like single, fun, California, flirty. And I know what you're doing. We're not going to like you. Okay. So good luck.
You lost us and the gay men.
You did.
It's over.
You lost gay men and us. You lost.
Who do you think was going to buy it? We would have.
It's almost like she's Michael Patrick King.
Yes. She's the devil.
This is, in our opinion, proof that Meghan watched our show and she was clapping back at us. And she was also trying to be in on the joke and get us to kind of like her and go, she's so relatable. No.
Everybody should have one of those at home.
You think so?
Harry.
He brings in like this leg. She's grossed out by it, but she wants to make like a big meal for the 80-person crew that it takes to put this show together.
Did some sog and some crunch. Sog and crunch. It's a new cereal combination.
She doesn't know how to respond to like people talking to her and actually starting healthy conversations.
It's like when you're in middle school and you get paired up in home ec.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But it's like you don't want to get paired up with that girl.
Just kept being very condescending to her.
Did you see my quote on the board today? Just for the hell of it.
If I say aluminium instead of aluminum foil, aluminium. Tin foil. Correct. So
The dead space, like I got uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, it's like it's tinfoil, you dumb bee.
Literally was just like, oh, do I want any more bread? No. And I'm like, I have to eat it.
I know.
It took days to make it.
And it took her.
This was the Titanic lady. It's been 84 years.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's what
Nancy,
it
it took 84 years for her to make sourdough bread.
Well, don't threaten me with a good time.
was. Did we mention that in every episode she's
Yes.
drinking and she's making toast? Notice what's next to the sourdough starter mix?
Wine.
There's more wine.
What a glamorous and ladylike shot.
Well, you know what?
It's what has to be done.
You guys, she's stuffing this bird up the bird's bum. Guys, she was stuffing the inside
Well,
of
I
it.
think
she was
yeah.
then putting it under the skin.
Right.
It was gross. I had to fast forward.
I don't know what's happening. I made a doorstop.
She doesn't pick up Heather. They don't check into the hotel. You don't see them greet each other. It just cuts straight to this pottery scene where they're making pottery in Malibu. And Heather barely talks.
Ricotta. Saying it like Giada. It's like,
She does it in this thick, Hilaria Baldwin accent.
It's the way she
It's
says it.
ricotta. She goes, ricotta is the cousin of cream cheese. She goes, ricotta.
Girl Scout. She was 949. My mom's my troop leader.
Meghan starts the episode teaching us how to pack a bag. That's the only tip is you can pair a white t-shirt with jeans and then you can put a blazer over it.
I wear that every day.
Oh my God, Jennifer Aniston called. She wants her ideas back. I mean, oh my God, we learned that 20 years ago,
She's
Meghan.
stuck in the 90s.
Oh my God, you wear a blazer with jeans and a white
shirt?
t-shirt? I never do that. That's never my airport look.
There used to be a song I learned in elementary school. Fish and chips and vinegar, vinegar. Fish and chips and vinegar, pepper, 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 salt.
Say is I felt like I was watching a fever dream / like someone in a mental asylum that has like different personalities, like
Sybil.
a woman in the 50s that her husband drove her to upstate New York because she just kept changing personalities.
And they gave
or
her
something.
Thorazine.
And they kept strapping her to a bed.
By the way, I just went back out there and retweaked my arrangements.
She was making it like a sport, like a competitive sport. She was pinning everyone against each other, which is classic narcissism.
But she also did this thing where she made it look like it was their idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't hard for me to find all the clips that we had talked about because she literally just put it into her reel this morning, even down to the ricotta.
Trying to get her to be funny, and she's not funny.
Well, I think the damage is done. I think they filmed this show last year. I think it got such a crappy reception on the first part of it. And now they really don't know what to do with the second part. Netflix is not even talking about this show. So it's her job to go into the YouTube community, because I was watching, like, guys, I don't watch Morning Joe because I think they're great and funny and topical. I watch it to make fun of them. This morning on Morning Joe, they mentioned again today how YouTube was the #1 streaming service.
Incredible.
It went YouTube, Disney, and Netflix.
Insane.
Netflix was number 3. So Meghan's not stupid. Meghan knows that she's got to go to people like us and Taz.
Is she
and
gonna
Brittany.
start a YouTube channel?
Oh God, no, that'll never work. No, it'll never work.
God.
But what I'm saying is
Please
she
don't.
knows that that's the only thing people are watching.
Yeah,
But see, this is your problem. I know what you're trying to do because the Kardashians tried to do it and they actually did it pretty well, where they started making fun of themselves. They let Ariana Grande make fun of them. They would just like let celebrities make fun of them. But the problem is YouTube has gotten so big at this point, nobody's going to go back and hate watch your Netflix thing. I mean, the fact that Netflix is number 3 now, Disney is ahead of it, and YouTube is number 1, they're just going to watch us. They're just going to watch Taz. They're going to watch Sue Smith. They're going to watch Michelle. They're going to watch Revealing. They're going to watch all these other great
Steffi
people.
Alterner.
I mean, it's going to be insane. That's who, and Dan Wooten, they're going to watch that.
Link Lauren.
Yes. I mean, you are not necessary anymore. You're not. You have been phased out.
You're the butt of the joke.
You are.
That's it.
Tim Dillon. Can we just address the chicken thing real fast? In yesterday's episode, didn't I mention I had to fast forward it because it was so gross? You guys, she was stuffing this chicken and the fingers, and she was going under the skin. I can't write what I wrote on Twitter. Now, I want you guys to notice she's not wearing gloves and she didn't take off her jewelry. So this is the image we have of her going at this chicken in really weird ways. Today, she puts up a video on As Ever, but it's just her hands and the same jewelry she used to touch that chicken in inappropriate ways. She's now making sugar cookies with the same jewelry. She's completely gone off the deep end at this point.
Somebody called Bellevue.
So she puts out the marmalade. She puts out the With Love Meghan. She puts out a video of Betty running around in her pajamas in the kitchen. Then Bloomberg TV, she does this interview where she's lying the entire time. So this is all coming out on Tuesday. We're going to play the video and we are going to debunk it for you in real time because the entire thing is full of lies. So get ready for this, you guys. Stephanie hasn't seen it yet. I've seen parts of it.
I mean, I've seen clips.
Yeah.
You know, or you may think you know, Meghan Markle the royal, the tabloid subject, the actress. Then there's what the media has told you about Meghan the divider, who traded the trappings of life in the monarchy for the comfy coast of California. But on this episode of The Circuit, we'll try to understand Meghan the businesswoman. Just this year, she's launched a Netflix show, a podcast, and a lifestyle brand that sells jam, rosé, and those much talked about flower sprinkles. It's a new chapter.
What is it with that witch's store?
Well, I think Oprah has stock in it, definitely.
Well, yeah, but it's really creeping me out.
What does she live there?
Probably.
What's your guilty pleasure? Are you like a thrillers,
Oh my gosh.
trashy romance?
Well, I spend so much time reading children's books. You have 4 kids?
Yes, I do.
So, you know, our kids are 4 and 6. And so at the end of the night, I do that. And then I haven't really gotten into a book in a long time.
I know, it's hard. I also
kids
read
books,
a lot
parenting
of
books.
children's books. Parenting, self-help. Yeah.
Didn't Harry, like, remember he's like, she reads.
She's smart.
She's smart. She reads. All because he saw a picture of her on her back patio with a book in her hand.
The last thing she probably read was Spare.
And then my late night indulgence now is just a lot of Duolingo. Do you ever do that?
you.
Oh, it's great.
When I can find the time, what are you Duolingoing?
I'm Duolingoing French.
Yeah.
I committed to relearning it.
Oh
and
my
so,
goodness,
yeah.
I'd love to do that.
It's really fun.
Guys, she said the same
She's
thing.
committing to relearning
Yeah.
a language she knows.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
How can you go from being fluent in something to relearning something?
relearning
it's like,
it.
look, we get it. You took it in high school, like for half a semester,
Yeah.
and you wanted to look cool in front of Harry. You were able to say anything to him back then because he's so allegedly stupid, and he bought it. And that's the problem. But she said this, what was it, like 3-4 years ago in Variety?
Or done my 10 minutes of Duolingo. I really wanted to relearn French. I had studied it for the 4 years in high school.
She said she was doing Duolingo, so she just recycled what she said to Variety.
She probably got some money from them too.
Yeah.
That app.
So I saw that you were at the opening of this place with Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it about Montecito? Like, what made this place feel like home more than other places?
Well, we moved here 5 years ago. Oh, we're just so happy because we can take our kids to school and have a really supported, sweet life, running around and doing the things that I think everyone maybe is part of your day-to-day, but if you don't think about what life would be like without those moments.
Right.
Okay, she is implying here that you cannot take your kids to school in the UK. You cannot do carpool in the UK. This Catherine never does pickup.
Oh,
ever.
Never takes
Ever.
her children
Never.
to school,
Yeah.
ever.
Easy to take them for granted. So I love it. We have such a beautiful, embracing community. And been able to really create and dream here.
Yeah.
You have been able to call Backrid. That is your only claim to fame, and your neighbors probably hate you for that. They are like, why are they here? We had this beautiful, safe community, and now you're calling the Paps?
How important is it to own your own story?
It's the most important thing in the world.
But you're a liar.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, how is it important to have your own story, but not tell the truth?
Yeah.
Like, that should have been the question.
Feel like you own your own story?
I know I do.
Oh my God, she's a liar. You can tell on her face. I mean, just the way she's looking, that is not thriving. I mean, that
No.
is stress.
That's stress.
That causes stress. All the things you're seeing going on her face right now, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being like, that is what happens when you lead a stressful life, constantly lying and trying to do a balancing act on what is the truth or what did I say?
Narcissism's hard.
Yeah.
If you know me, you know that I do. I think there are always going to be moments where you feel as though a story is being told about some caricature of you that actually has nothing to do with you. And that can be really hard to reconcile.
Meghan, you did a 6-part documentary. You did an Oprah interview. You literally, probably, allegedly wrote Spare. What are you talking about right now that people see a caricature of you? You gave them opportunities. Why are you now saying that none of that stuff happened?
Cut Magazine? Hello?
What are you talking about a character? You put it all out there what you are. What are you talking about?
You're 11 years old. You protested an ad that you thought
Oh God, no.
and I found it.
With Linda Ellerbee.
Yes,
Come on.
I want you to watch it.
Oh gosh, I remember these, my classmates too. Let's see.
Commercial. I knew something would be done because I was
I still make that face.
Those of you who are new here, we grew up on the West Coast, same generation as Meghan. That was a class project. It was part of the curriculum. It was part of economics.
We all had to do
it was
it.
part of like writing letters. It was for consumerism. And you would write letters to companies. It was a
Politicians.
class project. Okay. She is lying right now that she magically
Invented this.
saw it.
That time was really fascinating because that day that we were watching that commercial at school was also when the LA riots were happening. And so you have this contrast of the city was going on lockdown. We're very young and don't fully understand what's going on. It was a very tense time in Los Angeles with race relations. And they put on the TV because all of us kids had to stay there until our parents could come and pick us up. That commercial happens to come on. And I remember, look, the boys in the classroom said, yeah, that's where women belong, in the kitchen. And that's really what upset me. It was a very turbulent time in our city.
Wait. Her entire existence now is being in a kitchen.
Yeah.
That's her show, right?
Yeah.
She cooks and she
guess.
cleans.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
And it was just so empowering to know that at a really young age, your voice could be heard.
But see, that's how she's lying. She's trying to say that the teacher rolled in the TV. You guys remember that? Like back in the 90s, they'd roll in and there'd be a TV and you get all excited because you're like, oh, it's movie day. And they put on the TV and she's saying she just randomly was watching the commercials because that's what kids do. When the TV show goes off, they don't start talking to their friends during the commercials. They sit and they watch intensely. And then she gets this idea. She's not concerned about the riots going on outside. She's concerned about women in the kitchen.
I think our character, who we are at your core, I don't think that shifts. I think a lot of...
I agree with her there. That was the first truthful thing she said.
Oh, she hasn't changed at all.
behaviors and habits and roles that you end up playing in your life can bring out the best or worst in a lot of people, but you're still who you are.
Is there an inherent tension in trying to be relatable while also being a duchess?
No, I don't find, I'm just being myself. So I think probably it was different several years ago where I couldn't be as vocal and I had to wear nude pantyhose all the time. Let's be honest, that was not very myself.
She's completely ball-face lying right now. She went on so many engagements not wearing pantyhose. She even didn't wear pantyhose when she was pregnant. We saw it. We have the pictures. Does she not think that we have the ability to go back and look up these pictures? I mean, remember the Hamilton where she went to Hamilton? She was wearing like, what was that? Ralph Lauren or Givenchy? I can't remember. But it was like that suit coat and it was like totally too short.
But there's something wrong with that. Princess Catherine doesn't wear pantyhose.
It's a lie. She's lying.
She's just ball-faced lying.
I hadn't seen pantyhose since movies in the 80s when they came.
What is she talking about?
You've never seen pantyhose until movies in the 80s? I thought didn't she do musical theater when she was a kid?
Yes.
You're telling me she didn't wear pantyhose on stage? She just went free-flowing? Because I remember I couldn't tap without pantyhose on.
I had to wear pantyhose.
Yeah, everybody had to do it. So
now,
apparently it's only in the 80s she saw it.
Yeah. Well, she saw it. She saw it like in the little egg thing. Yeah. I'm sorry that sometimes, Meghan, you have to look like a lady. I'm sorry you have to dress up a little bit when you go to the Royal Albert Hall.
Comb your hair.
I'm sorry. God, what a nightmare.
The way you want to dress, and you're able to say the things that are true, and you're able to show up in the space really organically and authentically. That's being comfortable in your own skin. And that's, of course, had different chapters in my life. But right now, no, I don't feel that I need to prove anything.
What's this interview then? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this interview? Why are you doing any of the crap you're doing if you don't have to prove anything? Just leave us alone then. Make your damn jam and stop talking about the royal family.
Meghan and Harry are trying to establish themselves on new ground, and they're taking some big swings.
They are? Because the last time I saw Harry, he was on the BBC acting like a little bee. How are they doing that?
He's begging to go home.
After coming to California, they dropped a hit tell-all documentary series on Netflix. But a podcast Meghan launched with Spotify had a short run. She returned to the screen in March with a show.
That's all she says.
Why can't you just say it was canceled? Why are you saying a short run? Just say it was canceled.
Why don't you ask Meghan what happened?
Say why was it canceled?
Yeah, well, what happened there?
Oh no, it was just short-lived, dude.
Oh no, but I want to know about pantyhose.
With Love, Meghan, where she, alongside friends and celebrity guests, shares her tips for cooking, gardening, and hosting. It was greenlit for a just-released season 2.
No, that's a lie. You're lying.
It was part 2.
You're lying.
Guy was still alive. This was not season 2.
This woman, what was her name? Emily Chang? She has a Twitter page, and she has her comments open.
Oh, God.
It would be a shame if we helped fact check this woman.
We should just fact check her.
I mean, it would be a shame.
What's your vibe on launch day? Are you zen or are you like gritting your teeth?
Oh, no. Very zen. Yeah. Because it's done.
Yeah.
It's done. So I think
I didn't do any work.
Yeah.
It's done. It's not like I did anything.
Yeah. The second launch, remember how nervous she was when the flower sprinkles didn't sell out? And she was like, hey guys, and she was all breathy. And she's like, what is it? Is it flower sprinkles or flower confetti?
She's zen.
Sort of approach that with anything that I pour my heart into and create is you've done everything you can.
Meghan should not say things like that because all she just said was this was the best I can do.
How much preparation would go into a With Love shoot? Like, are you memorizing recipes? Are you sharpening your knife skills? Are there hours of taste tests?
It's a great question. A lot of prep and a huge crew, which I think people often forget. That was a crew of 80 people. So most of it in the pre-production was inspired by recipes that I love to make, who I was entertaining, and then test it all out.
And yet there were mixed reviews. How did that land for you?
I think I knew who I was trying to meet. And so if you know your audience, you know your demographic, well, they love the show.
You have no one. You lost us and gay men. You have no one left.
And my partners love the show, and that's why we have a season 2 and why we have more fun coming. So I think oftentimes the negative voices, are they saying negative things and then secretly going home and making single skillet spaghetti? No. Possibly. And that's all right. They're trying to pay their bills, and that's for them to sort out if they're comfortable doing it at someone else's detriment.
Okay, Meghan, that was obviously a dig on YouTubers in general, especially us.
And honest people.
Yeah. And this is something you have to understand. You invented the hate around you. You did it yourself. We wouldn't be commenting on you if you hadn't done what you did. You did an Oprah interview when Prince Philip was dying. You released a Netflix documentary when the Queen had bone cancer. You threw everybody under the bus. How would we have gotten the content? And then you say to your detriment, what about this?
Concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What? Hold up.
There's
Stop
several
right now.
There's several conversations.
There's a
about
conversation with you,
with Harry,
about how dark your baby is going to be?
Potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
Ooh.
They didn't want him to be a prince or a princess, not knowing what the gender would be, which would be different from protocol, and that he wasn't going to receive security.
Understand the firestorm that started? You said that during the pandemic when everybody was home and the George Floyd riots were going on. That's when you planted that into the zeitgeist, and Americans flipped out. And then what you did was you sent your friends to threaten the royal family, making up crap like there were emails, they had receipts.
And as I say, Meghan has documents to back up everything that she said on Oprah's interview.
I know that the family and the staff were well aware of the extent of it. And though their recollections may vary, ours don't, because we lived through it with them. And there are many emails and texts to support that. The truth will come out. There's plenty of emails and texts about that.
My mother was chased to her death while she was in a relationship with someone that wasn't white. And now look what's happened. You want to talk about history repeating itself? They're not going to stop until she dies.
I'm still going to call it racism.
This is about race.
That is to somebody's detriment. That is threatening. And you know what? We don't have to go through the 6-part documentary where you guys were just horrible there. But that's what started this. So how dare you say it?
How dare you?
Yeah. How dare you say that?
How dare you?
How dare you?
You started it, and we're just going to finish it.
This year, alongside her Netflix series, Meghan made her first move into online retail with As Ever. It's an evolution of her passion for lifestyle content, which dates back to the TIG, a blog she launched in 2014 that touted fashion, beauty, and travel tips. That shut down shortly after she started dating a prince. Meghan wouldn't share sales figures for As Ever, but so far, most of its inventory has quickly sold out.
Shocking!
Why hasn't she been transparent?
Shocking!
How long does it take to develop each product? What's that process like?
Oh, goodness. I'm exasperated in some ways by that, only because it is such a tedious proposition to scale your own home recipe to something at mass and maintain the same, not just quality, but the same flavor that.
See, she's lying, because we have all those people taste testing, and Sussex Squad too. We have them saying some are tart, one is sweet. And that's because she's going through distributors that are just mass producing this crap.
She wants us to believe she's in her kitchen making each jar.
Or there's some sort of better quality control than snow commerce. That's what she's trying to say.
Oh, she's such a liar.
I think any home cook would say that. If you say, great, can you make your cobbler that I love? I say, great, of course I can make my cobbler. Great, can you make 1 million cobblers? Can you teach someone how to make 1,000,000 cobblers?
Okay, so then how does Martha Stewart do it? I don't understand. How does Paul Newman do it? I'm going to say it. How does Paul Newman do it?
Yeah, I like his salad
You
dressing.
walk into the grocery store, he's got his dog treats, he's got everything.
Got everything.
How does Paul Newman do it, Megan? How does Katy Perry do it? Because there's something that I actually buy. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom bought the apple cider vinegar that I buy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bottled in Santa Barbara. I have never gone to the grocery store and not found that apple cider vinegar. It's always there. Safeway, Freddy's, New Seasons, Whole Foods. I never have a problem. How does Katy Perry do it?
What about pricing? Like, how did you determine your pricing strategy? Like, what are the margins?
Always think about that version of me who there might be a brand or a person that you look up to and you want to have a piece of what they're sharing in the world. And that can't be something that is out of price range. That can't be something that is so aspirational, you're never going to be able to afford it. So there is something I think really important in that the first hero product was this $9 jar of jam, which my 15-year-old self would have been able to buy. And then after you finish the jam, you could use that to put your flowers in it, little jar, or your pens on your desk. And I liked the idea of having something that just felt signature in that way and keepsake packaging and affordable.
Okay, so
15.
There's 15-year-old girls right now
Yes.
saving up their pennies to buy Megan's $9 jars of jam.
And then they're going to put some pencils in it. They're going to have it on their desk.
Can somebody please find a 15-year-old that actually has done that? Please.
Celebrity brands are all the rage right now. What's going to make yours stand out?
I think the authenticity is probably what will help it stand apart.
Well, there you go.
Authenticity.
There you go.
She's so authentic.
I mean, that's what's going to make it stand out. Look at
She literally just knocked every single person that they put up on that screen.
Yeah.
And she said, listen, John Legend who? I'm authentic.
Yeah. Instead of buying Akila's Lucky Girl Rosé,
Yeah.
she's not authentic. I'm going to buy her stuff because she's authentic.
Also the price point, I think certainly when we're looking at economically what's happening.
She had Sussex Squatties. We played the videos where they were like, guys, we're not buying 3 bottles of wine.
No.
This is not going to happen. We don't even know what it tastes like.
More than anything, I've just poured so much love into this brand. And I would say the same for so many of these celebrities who probably have dreamed of something for a long time. And at the same time, when they see it come to fruition, for a lot of them, are they writing copy and doing all these things? Maybe they are, which I think is incredible. Everyone is.
She's saying that they don't put the work that she puts into it.
She is nasty.
Putting out something unique in the world, even if it feels like there's 1,000,000 tequilas.
Well, I mean, anytime you can make a dig at Kendall Jenner, I'm all for it. But
She's also making a dig on Kathy Hilton. I mean, who's a really nice person and has a tequila line.
She's also making a dig at George Clooney.
It's not a nice thing to say. And and now we're sort of seeing why all these celebrities have disassociated from Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense because she's probably, drinking a little bit too much at a dinner party, and she's probably saying this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's getting back to them.
I know. Oh, God, good point, Seth.
Celebrities like Rihanna, Selena Gomez, and Ryan Reynolds built billion-dollar businesses by capitalizing on their fame to influence consumer behavior. It's creating something of an entrepreneurial arms race in Hollywood. The most popular verticals are beauty, fashion, and alcohol. Meghan's Rosé, while getting good reviews, is joining a pretty packed celebrity shelf. To build a brand that endures beyond the viral launch, some celebs have partnered with operators or raised capital from outside investors. Meghan is taking a different approach.
The Netflix of it all. You have a really unique relationship with them. How does it work? Like, take us behind the curtain.
Sure.
Who has the last word?
Creatively, they very graciously said, no, this is your baby and this is your brand. So all creative decisions and final decisions like that end up with me.
That's code for we want nothing to do with this.
Meghan, you need to take credit for this. You need to put your name on this, and you have to keep our name out of your damn mouth.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
They have been doing that with a lot of shows and brands that they've had and been in the consumables territory and market. Stranger Things, they'd introduced a line of ice creams or pizzas. So they have a lot of incredible suppliers and manufacturers that they are comfortable working with.
Why didn't she go through them? And why'd she go through Snow Commerce? Why didn't she just go through them?
They go through Netflix.
Because when I buy Squid Game merch, it has like a different
Netflix
thing,
on
like a Netflix thing, and then they say distributed, and
Yes.
it's not Snow Commerce. I know that much.
No, when Karen bought us those socks for Squid Game, it
Yeah.
said Netflix on the socks.
On the thing.
That's
they
crazy.
have their own distributing brand.
I mean, we're not idiots, Megan.
Good Lord.
And then I'm able to try the products, work with those teams as well, and then sort of green light.
While you can go to Netflix's website and buy Bridgerton pickleball paddles or Squid Game plushies,
You
Meghan's
better keep that name out of your damn mouth,
I haven't
Megan.
heard her say Squid Game.
She better not say
Yes.
it.
Jam-inspired brand is not just an extension of her series, but a separate standalone business.
Do you have any backers other than Netflix?
No.
Or are you looking for other investors?
At the moment, no. Netflix is my partner and investor.
Why not raise money on your own?
Nobody wants
You know, where you might have more control. You might have more financial upside.
That had been my plan. And I thought that it would be great just to build out my own team and really do it purely on my terms. But then I also would say,
I just want to remind
go like this.
I want to remind everybody too. Netflix gave them a first look deal 2 weeks ago. So let's just remember that, everybody, while you're listening to this BS.
And then let's also remember that when Netflix put out that they were doing a first look deal with them, they didn't once mention that they are still partners
Yes.
with As Ever. All they said was, yeah, she has a brand As Ever that's sold out. That's all they said. They didn't say it was part of their brand.
we began our relationship with Netflix 5 years ago, purely as a production company with Archwell Productions. And we've managed to have some wonderful shows and docuseries that we're really proud of. And then with the evolution of our partnership now is them doubling down in their support of As Ever.
Wait, what?
Just days after this interview, Netflix announced that following its initial 5-year, $100 million
Oh, so she did it before.
She did this interview
She did it
before.
She didn't know.
Oh, this is so great.
deal with Harry and Meghan, they've signed a reportedly far less lucrative first look deal, similar to the Obamas. Her ever-present critics seem to view this as yet another setback. But really, what it means is Harry and Meghan can shop their shows elsewhere.
I thought she did this interview after that came out and she was trying to save face. She was ball face lying.
So she basically said that she has an exclusive deal with Netflix. 2 days later now, they're saying you can go shop that around somewhere else, but just we wanted the first look for the divorce.
And they never mentioned As Ever as being, oh my God, you guys, this is huge.
Recently released viewership numbers reveal With Love Meghan did hit the top 10 initially, but ultimately only had 5.3 million views and ranked 383rd on Netflix's watch list. A season 3 is TBD, but Netflix is promising a holiday special with Meghan.
They want that divorce deal. They are trying to keep her happy.
What do you want it to be? What don't you want it to be?
I don't want it to feel generic. I don't want it to feel cookie cutter. I don't want it to feel like it was phoned in.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that it would be impossible to feel that way because I know how much time I spend on it from.
There's no way you put time into those sugar cookies and those, there's just no way.
Do you want to see it at Target or Williams-Sonoma or?
I think a key retail partner is going to be very valuable. And also, look, if you look at the categories, it might not just be one. We might have exclusivity in certain ones that make sense for the consumables, but as you expand into candles or things throughout the home, where do those live that it makes sense?
Good luck. This market is so saturated with that crap.
yeah.
People are sick of it. Okay. When was the last time you bought a candle? 10 years ago, I was buying candles like nobody's business. Okay. Everybody was putting out candles and I was buying them for like $100 a candle. I remember that.
The Kabbalah ones?
Easy. I haven't done that in years because it's just, we're done with it.
Off social media for years and now you're back on. Do you feel like you're sort of launching a new you or rebranding yourself?
No, I think, how funny. No, I think I finally get to share the me that's been here for so long that people maybe haven't had the same visibility to. Coming back on Instagram was a really big decision, but also it's just been joyful.
Who did you share in the Netflix documentary then? Who was that? You kept saying, this is the real me. We can get the truth out now. We could tell you guys our version. What are you talking about?
And you've been stalking us for years on Instagram. You never went off Instagram.
Yeah,
give me a break.
Putting out a video of myself 9 months pregnant was a really big choice, but I also wanted people to see themselves in my story and our story, and to be able to show that with all the noise that might happen in the world on a day-to-day basis, real life is still happening behind the scenes. Really real life.
But you put that.
Yeah, that's real life.
That's real life.
That's total real life, you guys. Yeah.
Nothing fake about that.
Out there, and some people, like, they tear it apart.
Those people don't know me and they're not talking about me. And that's a
Yeah, we are.
We're talking about you.
We're 100% talking about you.
Yeah.
We're taking your own words.
We live in LA too.
Yeah.
We got it.
We're taking your own words.
We're
literally not clipping them to make them, skewed. We're
not editing or altering.
We're taking your actual words and we're analyzing them. That's what we're doing.
Well, we're fact checking them.
Yes. When you said they weren't going to give the baby a prince or princess title because of the skin tone, we took that, your actual words, and we proved that you were lying because there was no convention that said your children were going to be prince and princesses as long as the queen was alive. It had to happen when King Charles became king. That's what we did. Nothing else. If we did anything else that was false, please call us out on it. You are more than welcome to do it.
There is a very, very powerful machine, and it's all about generating income. Those stories aren't just appearing because it's fun. Clickbait has a huge financial implication.
You are so full of crap. You don't give money to anyone. You don't give money to animal rescues. You don't give a crap about veterans. Give me a break.
Use your 4.1 million Instagram followers to highlight charities or do something.
You are a clickbait. I mean, my God.
So if I'm part of an SEO and that gets them more clickbait, then yes, they're incentivized to churn out as many stories, false or damaging or whatnot, to feed the beast because that's paying them. And I think a lot of people forget the economic element of it. And I think from my standpoint, that's why I don't look at it. It would be very hard to see anything about yourself that isn't true.
You look at it, Meghan.
You look at it every single day. That's why you don't have time to make dinner for your kids.
Exactly.
It's not me that they're talking about. It's some caricature they've had to create to get clicks.
No, we take the
it's what you say.
We just
take
it.
Yeah. You call Backgrid and then we report on it.
Yeah.
We're just reporting on what you, like when you do your pap walks.
Yeah. We're just saying,
oh, she called Backgrid.
Yeah.
We're saying factual information.
When you called Backgrid at the bungalows, we, as schooled in living in LA for as long as we did, are saying, no, paparazzis do not hang out in front of the bungalows like that.
No.
We have been to the bungalows. There's also a back entrance to the bungalows. We were just trying to say, no, you knew you were getting photographed. That's all we were saying. And we also call you out on your merching.
Yeah,
that is true. That's all true.
Clickbait.
Do you feel like you have to be perfect? Do you feel like you have to curate what you show us or be a more polished version of the Meghan that you are, like, just...
You know what? If you were trying to be perfect, you would own an iron.
Is someone going to say something about anything? Probably. And then you layer in just the natural change that happens as we get older. I don't think there's anything valuable about trying to be perfect. Perfect doesn't...
I think she's going to do the menopause grift, the perimenopause.
Oh, yeah.
She's constantly talking about getting older, and Oprah is doing that grift right now, and I think she's going to try to do it.
Okay, so...
Yum.
I think you're going to love it.
So, I mean, obviously this is a quieter town. Can you actually get a drink in peace?
Yes.
Yeah.
We go out a lot. I love it. I go out with my girlfriends for dinner and lunches, and obviously my husband and I have a lot of date nights because it's important. But yeah, we go out a lot in our community, in Montecito and in Santa Barbara, and people are just really friendly.
She literally just admitted that every time you see her walking around Montecito, she's the one that calls the cameras. Thank you for that, Meghan. Thank you for verifying that finally for us, because we were telling people, and now you just verified it. Perfect.
What do you think of the direction our country is going in?
I think right now it's a really interesting time for the entire world. I just hope that people are able to maintain the values that they feel are important to them, and to feel safe, and to remember our humanity.
I know you talked about growing up in LA.
Chaos erupts here in LA County. Widespread immigration raids triggering protests.
How does it feel to see your town simultaneously under threat and fighting back?
I've seen my town like that a lot over the years. LA has always been so resilient. That's what I know my hometown to be. And so this, to me, while it's a different version of what we've experienced, I think the strength of the people in LA coming together has always been paramount. That's not new.
I saw you do an interview in 2016, and you had some choice words for President Trump.
And with as misogynistic as Trump is and so vocal about it, that's a huge chunk of it. You're not.
Are there things you're dying to say or do right now that you feel like you can't?
No.
She is going around every question. This really scares me because it makes me feel that they really do want to get back into the royal family.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's not being political at all right now. I mean, oh my God.
And that was a different time in 2016, certainly. But no, I mean, what was that, the Larry Wilmore show?
Yes.
I was so excited to have that. I was so excited to be able to go on that show at the time. Yeah, no, I think. Hi, how are you?
Good,
Thanks for having me.
So fake. She's so happy that they interrupted because she doesn't want to talk politics. She's like, Harry wants to go back.
Harry wants to go back.
And
we have no money. We have no money. What are we going to do?
I haven't said anything since 2016. That was well before I met my husband, too.
See, she's trying to get out of it.
Oh, man, she wants back into the royal family.
Wow.
And she's playing all her cards.
She's like, I haven't said anything. What?
You had a link on Archwell that bounced people
to
vote blue.
Yeah.
You haven't said anything?
Really? You
Oh, that's a pretty bold statement.
All right.
Definitely wanting people to vote for Kamala.
It must be getting bad because she's alienating her circle now too.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you can imagine what Oprah's like. What? What are you saying?
Yeah,
I haven't
wait.
said anything
Now you don't want to
since
say anything?
Why can't you say anything? You
Just
live
say,
in
be
America.
honest. Just be honest.
Say, I hate what's going on downtown. I hate that ICE is here. I hate Trump. I hate all this stuff. Say what you want to say.
See, she's not authentic enough to do that.
That's true.
She's so fake.
I would just be honest. I'd be
No, she
free-flowing
wants
it.
back in.
Yeah.
You feel the pressure to be real. We're human, we eat. Yeah. It's not always going to be elegant and beautiful, but it's going to be delicious.
Who's pressuring you? You're not royal. I don't understand. Just because you married Harry, it didn't make you royal. When Princess Catherine married Prince William, it took her a really long time for her to get to where she is, her status. We were all calling her Kate Middleton for the longest time.
Give me a tutorial on royal naming conventions. So, are you Meghan Sussex? Are you Meghan Duchess of Sussex?
Mm-hmm.
Is Markle even on your passport anymore? Is it, we don't use that term anymore?
Well, when I got married, I changed my name.
Yeah.
But it's a complicated one for people to understand because
whenever she gets nervous, she goes like this.
Yeah.
Last name is not typical in that construct.
I think we expect a last name, but is that a last name or is that actually
It's not, but
a last
it's used roughly.
Not in
loosely,
America.
rather. It sounds so silly to say, and I get it because I'm American, and then I went there and I started to understand, then you come back, and as an American, you go, I'm so confused.
Yeah.
It's a dukedom.
Mm-hmm. A dukedom, that's a new word for me.
It's a dukedom.
Okay.
So, but that's the truth of it. But at the end of the day,
She is so skirting around this. All she asked you was, what is your name on your passport? What is your name? And she cannot answer it, or she just doesn't want to answer it.
She'll go, That's her answer.
You know, yes, so my legal name is Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. But Sussex for us works as our family name, and it's the name that we share with our children. And but yes, since we've been married, that's what I've been called. So
since you've been married, that's when. But did you legally change? She's not making any sense.
So she legally changed it when she got married? I thought it was Mountbatten. Wasn't it?
Their last name.
I mean,
if you were to go
the
through
real story
what
here?
she's doing right now is she's saying my title is Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. That's what she's trying to tell her.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to seem snooty about it. She wants to say, look, no, my name is Meghan, either Meghan Markle, Meghan Mountbatten Windsor. That's my name. But my title, I want you to call me this. This is what I want you to call me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what she's trying to say.
Hotels.
Oh, gosh.
Restaurants, beauty, fashion. What's on the horizon?
Ooh, that's a lot of stuff.
Wait. Don't say that's a lot of stuff, because there was a whole episode Nancy and I did on all the stuff you trademarked. And it was like 18 pages. So stop acting like you're overwhelmed by product.
Yeah.
Rugs, pillows, candles.
Not at this moment have any aspiration of getting into hotels and hospitality. That's the first I've heard that one.
You trademarked it. Didn't she just with the hosting thing? Didn't she just do that?
70, she's lying. Now you're getting like me where you just get so upset.
Well, I mean, it's a lie. It's a blatant lie.
I'm open to the possibilities of what can happen, certainly in the expansion of As Ever. I would not put beauty or fashion out of the mix. I think those are things that people associate with me, and it's categories that I really love.
She's never going to go into fashion, because this whole As Ever, the jam and the shortbread, this was her way of kind of like testing the waters. And she sees she's not selling, guys. She's not selling what she thought she was going to sell. Making clothes is a totally different thing. She would need so much capital to start a fashion.
She'd need Emma.
Oh, and Emma's not going to do it. Emma has no time for me.
Look at what happened to KKW Beauty. It was gone in what, 7 years? I think,
no,
it was like 5-7 years.
Well, no, Emma's ready to venture out on her own.
She should.
Done with that. Yeah.
Equally, it's not just the concept that I'm investing in, it's the founder. And really knowing how I can be valuable for them. My association with the brand, yes.
Okay, she's talking. She's talking about putting her name on things now. Now she knows I can just pop my name on a lip gloss, just like, Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, she's definitely trying, and she's not going to do it. But she's trying to find someone who will do all the work,
and then she just stamps her name.
All she has to do as the investor is put her name on it.
Oh God,
not going to happen, Meghan. Good try, but it's not going to happen. Those days are over.
I mean, when it comes to women, finance, healthcare, and tech, yes. I mean, that is the world that we live in.
You notice, though, just now she said women's healthcare. You're right about the menopause thing. She wants to get involved in women's healthcare.
It's going to be...
She'll be doing the patches.
No, it's going to be like perimenopause. I'm saying it right now, you guys. She's going to jump on that perimenopause train, because after the pandemic, women everywhere have convinced themselves that they are in early menopause. I don't know how it happened, but I have seen it on Instagram.
People freak out
everywhere. There's
women they're in their 30s going, I'm getting hot flashes.
I have a friend who's 38, and she is convinced that she is in early menopause.
Yeah.
Because she can't sleep, she gets headaches
and hot flashes.
But see, that's the problem. They put it like
Megan's gonna do this.
Yeah, if they say these hormone pills for perimenopause, do you experience headaches? Do you experience night sweats? Buy these.
AI recipes. I mean, AI recipes are huge. Thumbs up or thumbs down.
This is new.
Oh yeah, you can say I have, these 5 things in my
fridge.
What should I make?
I don't want people to lose critical thinking.
You kind of do, though, because
you want to shut everybody up.
You want to censor people.
You have told us many times that our stuff should be taken down.
Yeah.
We should not be allowed to have our own channel.
We're not allowed to have critical thinking when it comes to taking apart the Oprah interview and the Netflix documentary.
No, yeah.
We're not supposed to think then. Don't think, but don't. What the hell?
We all want our kids to grow up in better circumstances than we did. And your kids are going to live in totally different circumstances than you did.
Yes.
How do you reconcile that?
We normalize as much as we can, but also we're such hands-on parents, and it matters so much to both of us. Being a parent matters so much to my husband. Being a parent matters so much to me. And so there's no version of that where, in spite of all of the privilege that our children have access to and the life that they have and the opportunities that they'll be given and that they'll work for, I think from our standpoint, it all comes back to values. What do we want to raise?
Yeah.
Great human beings, kind people, present and aware citizens, people who want to help the world and make things better.
How are they going to make things better when you are completely isolating them from their family?
What slips up there, though? She does say the privileges that they're going to have to work for it. Working royals. Harry did mention that. He goes, they have. She's slipping.
Harry didn't mention it.
No,
it was reported.
It was
but
reported that
yes.
said, listen, they can decide if they want to become working royals.
Yeah,
and that's Meghan's dream.
Where does that start? That starts in your kitchen, in your home. Being a part of, that starts with taking your plate to the sink and contributing and not expecting that things will just be taken care of for you or handed to you.
That's literally what the Wales children are doing right now, though. They're learning a life of service that you could have done all that. Right now,
Threw
you
it all
are
away.
raising them in Southern California next to the Kardashian kids. That's what you're doing.
Be able to read what's been written. Like, do you think about that moment? Do you worry about that moment?
I think about it, but at the same time, I think my children know that I will tell them the truth. And also, I would caveat that by saying the truth based on what they can carry in that moment. But also, our children get to see the example of who we are as human beings every single day.
Yeah.
So I know that will be informed by whatever they end up reading. But equally, they have the same great community that we do.
Is there anything you want for your kids that's different than what you and Harry have had? Like, especially when it comes to family.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. I want them to have the fullness of life and family and support in a way that we have had and that we do have in many ways. And also, I want them to be able to carve out the life that they want for themselves.
She doesn't
That's
talk
a
to
knock
her
on the
dad.
Wales kids.
No, she doesn't even talk to her parents. What is she talking about?
No, but she is saying, I want them to carve out a life for themselves.
Yeah.
Prince George is going to be King of England. He doesn't have that luxury. Princess Charlotte, she's going to be the Princess Royal. She doesn't have that luxury. They're going to have, I mean, seriously, if that's not a dig on the Wales kids.
Of course.
And that will very much be not necessarily mimicking, but that'll be very much reflective of the choices my husband and I have made.
They are going to be so pissed at you, Meghan, especially Betty, because when girls go through puberty, she's going to start finding out what you did. You put me in this hellhole? I could have been behind the gates of Windsor going through all this and not having to worry about paparazzi. But you did this to me? They didn't kick you out. You were the one who made this choice.
If you could choose one thing for people to know the truth about you, what would that one thing be?
No one's ever asked me that. What a great question. The one thing. Oh gosh, what's the one thing?
When people
Oh,
when people like are gonna answer with a lie, they repeat the question.
Yeah.
They always repeat it because they're buying themselves time.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I think when I sit with it for a second here, I just want people to know that I'm a real person And I think a lot of that gets lost in what can be super dehumanizing when you look at the clickbait culture and how much is written about someone. It's like, no, my friends have to read those things.
You don't read them, right, Megan? It's your friends. Your friends tell you.
Daniel Martin has to read this.
Yeah.
Like I have real best friends, the same ones since I was 17.
That's,
you know, like I'm a real mom. I choose to go and do school pickup and drop off, but I do that under a landscape that is created that forgets that I'm a real person.
You created it.
You did it.
You did it.
Princess Catherine is the Princess of Wales. She seems like a real person to us.
Yeah.
You seem like a robot, but you do that.
How did Princess Catherine do it, a commoner, and how come you can't do it? What is start reflecting on that. Start going, what am I doing wrong?
And how would you want someone to treat a real person in your life that you cared about or loved or respected?
Exactly. That's how we felt about the Queen. I love the Queen. I love Prince Philip. And I hate what you did to them because I genuinely felt love for them.
You shared private text messages of Princess Catherine in a book.
Yeah.
Why are you demanding respect from anyone? No one's going to give it to you. Go hang out with your fake friends. You didn't even know Daniel was left-handed and you're his bestie.
And so there's something about that, I think, that often gets lost. And even though earlier I was saying you can compartmentalize, like I say that's a caricature. Yes, but my kids will see those magazines and
that you called.
We all know mom's gossip. And so I have to make a choice to.
All they have to do is do research. It's not gossip. All they have to do is like look into it and go, wait a second. Did Grandpa Charles really do that? Did he really financially cut you off the first year? And then they're going to find out that it wasn't true. And they're going to be like, but you lied to us for all these years? You are going to be so screwed when they can like start comprehend things.
Yes.
That I'm a real person.
We know you're
a real person.
Yeah.
You're not special. Trust me. We don't think you're special. That's why we couldn't understand your nerve on what you were doing to the royal family. We couldn't understand. We get it. There is nothing special about you. You are a real person. You're not a freaking duchess. Nobody gives a crap about that in America.
You would be nothing without Harry.
Exactly.
Nothing.
We know that.
I can say I'm here and I can attest.
Pinch me, I'm real. She's real. She's a real person.
But I get why people like Emily do stuff like that, though.
Yeah.
Because Meghan was talking about clickbait. I mean, that's how you get people to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you also, there's a fine art to interviewing people like Meghan.
Yes.
You have to keep them somewhat comfortable and happy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to sort of say, you know, little lies here and there, like, "Oh, you're a good person," you know, because it's like, that's what Emma was doing. Emma or just choreographed that entire podcast perfectly because she was asking these tough questions, but then she would pepper it down a little bit.
I think at this point, something's coming. I think something's definitely coming. You got Harry going to Well Child on September. I think it said September. I mean, it's coming up.
Yeah.
It's coming up. It's making me nervous. It's coming up. It's coming up.
Because it's in the UK, right?
He's going to the UK. It's coming up. So it's making me extremely nervous. I don't know what to think of it, but we got to move on. We got to move on with our lives. And but I feel something is going to give at this point. I feel like they're both teetering on the brink. Today's animal rescue is Pep's Pals Rescue. They are a dedicated, growing team of volunteers driven by a shared passion for well-being of animals, specifically dogs and cats from the streets and shelters. They are rescuing animals out of high-kill shelters. They are providing veterinary care. They're putting them in homes until they can find their forever homes. Amazing work. We're going to put their link in the description box below. Please share them with friends and family. It really does make a difference.
Woo! All right. Well, we love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow. And everybody get some rest, much needed rest from this. A little mental break.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Love you. Bye.